Ba ba ba
Blah.
ba 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 da.
Blah. Blah.
Good.
All good. All right,
Cool.
hello, people. That's Two Bros Game Night. I'm your host, Sugar Bro.
I'm your the host, Stolder Bro.
And we are back shiny hunting for Gossifleur. Let's see if we can get
Woo.
it today.
But yeah,
It'd be funny if I got it on the first encounter.
Yeah, that'd be, I think we just quit the stream at that point.
No, we switch over to Solvable 2.
But anyways, yeah, so that other site, not only does it allow you to show, like, to display all variants, it also lets you, and lets you display just normal versions of cards. It also lets you display only variants of cards. So you can just show only the non-versions of cards if you just want variants for some weird reason.
I mean, that's nice, but...
Yeah. It also does... it also shows you the value of your collection. So it goes off, like, the market prices and says, like, your collection is worth approximately this amount of money.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But the problem is, it's about to be paid for.
Yeah. Yeah, but again, that software is, eventually going to go premium. So, no.
Yeah, like, who wants to pay just to keep tabs on their cards? Like,
yeah. Well, I'm fine with paying for, like, higher level features on the software.
I would sooner catalog and print out all the cards I have myself.
Yep. Well, here's the funny thing. They're like, the site was like, oh yeah, we have, if you use this, like, for now, we're giving everyone free premium because the site's not finished. But when the site's finished, we will automatically flip people over to free version unless you pay for premium. The free version, so this site lets you categorize a lot of things. For example, it lets you categorize the condition of the cards you have. It lets you categorize, like, graded cards you have. So it actually has a separate categorization system for all your graded cards and what grade they have.
Man, it sounds
But,
nice.
and all that's nice and all. But the free version is like, oh yeah, you can have 400 cards, in your collection. I'm just like, that's fucking insane. No one would be satisfied with that.
No, like,
that's
people
impossibly.
have thousands of cards,
Yeah.
especially people who've been collecting for years.
It's like, even if the free version, if the free version just had unlimited card storage and nothing else, I'd be like, yep, that's fine. If it just allowed you to show, like, it didn't have graded cards, it just said, do you have this card or not? It'd be fine. I don't care. But it's the fact that they're like, no, it's, you can have 400 cards.
No.
Total, and that's it. And it's like, you are insane.
Like, I know little kids.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I say little kids, but people who are under the age of 10.
Yeah.
Who
have more cards than that.
Who has probably more cards than me.
Yeah.
Like.
Yep. Yeah.
Like,
so,
like one of Unlisted Leaf's fans that he's traded with before several times.
Yeah.
Like, he keeps all of his good cards in a binder, and from what I understand, he gets cards whenever he can. Like, he probably has just as much as Unlisted Leaf. Like, he has that many fucking cards.
Yeah.
Like, and I think he keeps his cards in good condition. I don't know if he sleeves them, per se. So I think he just keeps them in binders, which is sleeving them, but...
One thing I do need to check out on, because I'm about to hit the Platinum series of cards. It turns out that I forgot that some of the holo cards in Diamond and Pearl and Platinum were not Diamond and Pearl cards. As in, to flash back a little ways, people forget that McDonald's didn't always have the exclusive license to Pokemon cards. That only happened in, like, 2010. Like, I think that was Black and White.
Black and White.
They became the permanent, like, exclusive Pokemon card.
With the exception of Burger King sometimes.
No. That's what I'm saying. No.
Burger King's had them.
Yes. Not since Black and White. They are exclusive. Only McDonald's is allowed to give out Pokemon cards. starting Black and White.
They had. I know Burger King did something with Pokemon for X and Y.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was cards.
I don't know. I don't think so. They can do toys and stuff, I think, but I don't think they can do cards. But anyways, but yeah, so before Pokemon had their yearly McDonald's series of cards, they actually had other cards that were released by Burger King.
Yep.
Those are not cards that have their own set. Those were actual cards released for the set.
Was that the gold cards?
No. They were just normal cards. So they were cards that, like, it would be a special holo that had the word platinum on it. And that was a Burger King exclusive card. You can't get it from any set ever.
That's cool.
Except Burger King. So, and I have no idea if Pokélector
I think I
has
have
that.
one.
Yeah, and I have no idea if Pokélector even lists that. So I have to wait to find out if they actually list that card. I also found out that I did find out confirmation that the Galaxy cards are from the Diamond, Pearl, Platinum era. That era is when they released, and those are the normal holos. Because this other site actually has a list of, like, holo effects have changed per generation, basically. So they're like, oh yeah, if you have the Galaxy holo effect in Diamond and Pearl, that's the standard design. And if you had during Black and White, it was the striped design. Mm-hmm. And then I think in Sword and Shield, it's yeah, and then they had another one for like Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield that I can't remember what they were.
Sword and Shield was like a gloss kind of shine.
Yeah, something.
Like wavy.
And I know that the new one, the Galar sets are going to be diagonal stripes of some variety. So yeah, the holo design basically has changed every single generation since Gen 4.
By the way, glass holos were in occasionally 10s.
Yeah,
like, you could find some in 10s and some in theme decks. And theme decks became a thing around Black and White. I think it was Black and White.
Yeah. So yeah,
I
but
remember
the shattered glass.
The
shattered glass is always a variant, though. It is not the normal normal holo ever.
Nope.
So.
And you only get the theme decks just to maybe get the normal version of a holo card, or to get the.
Well, I don't think the theme decks have variable cards. I think usually those are completely set.
Oh, by the way, right now some theme decks have just free EX cards. Like, it's not a variant of any sort.
I haven't confirmed this, but I think Pokemon no longer does that. Not the theme decks, but I don't think they do.
Shattered glass. Holos.
I don't know if they don't do shattered glass anymore, but I think they don't do. I think a lot of their theme decks, they're just completely the standard cards. They don't have like a theme deck non-holo variant. It's just. They just put the card in. So if it's an EX, they just put a normal EX in. And if it's a holo, they just put the normal full holo in. They don't put a non-holoed version in anymore. But I can't confirm that.
Yeah,
I haven't seen theme decks
I
in a
haven't
while.
bought any of the new theme decks. I wanted to. There was a Gardevoir one that I wanted.
I think they're still doing... They might still do the Shattered Glass holo for theme decks. Or if they don't, they now do just a specialty card for it. So they'll just do a standard, like, Black Star card, rather than doing the
last theme
Shattered.
deck I saw was for Lost Thunder, which was a Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how the only reason I know that's because I've been, like, Pokélector keeps jumping to the top every time I need to go to a new box. So I keep seeing the Sun and Moon cards.
I don't like it. And, like, every time I go back, it's like, no, I want to be where I currently was.
You can sort of get around it when you're
hit
on a
the
set.
back button and then hit reload.
If you're on a set, if you go all the way to the top, the links are like all sets, platinum sets, then the one you're in. If you click on platinum sets or black and white sets, the one you're currently in, it'll jump you to the generation you're supposed to be in. But it still won't put you right where you were. So it's like, come on now.
It's a little annoying.
Yeah. the other side's actually worse in that regard. There's getting to the sets. You like if you hit the collection button, it takes you to your page. But to see the sets, you actually have to click on like a sets button at the top of the screen, and it takes you to like just a long list of every set in the fucking game, and none of them are symbols. They're all just one-on-one set. Jeez. It's just like, oh god. It's a little bit worse in that regard.
Damn it. Yeah, guys, I've been trying to sleeve all 5,000 or so of my Pokemon cards, and I'm a little over halfway done. Yeah. But I still have an entire row left.
Yep. Yeah, I'm doing similar things with Pokemon cards, guys, where I'm currently recategorized. Like, I'm putting all my cards on Pokelector, which means that I'm like 3,000 cards into categorizing them.
I just changed the way I see the Radiant collection for Legendary Treasures. Because it's the same symbols, same kind of thing that they do with the Trainer Gallery. So I'm counting this as the Trainer Gallery for Legendary Treasures. So they're going at the back of the set.
Yeah. Well, wasn't there one... Didn't you say that there was one where the set symbol doesn't actually matter? That it's a special set? That...
I thought that was Legendary Treasures, but no.
Okay.
So what the Radiant collection is, they are a special type of reverse that you can pull in the Legendary Treasures set.
Yeah.
So they are effectively Trainer Gallery cards.
Gotcha.
But they can be placed anywhere in that pack.
Yeah.
So you could get it on the first card, or the third, fifth.
Yeah.
Which I prefer.
Yeah. Actually, that brings up an important question. Since we're talking about the Trainer Gallery. So they announced that for the new sets, they're going to raise the prices slightly, but as compensation, you're going to get 3 rare and above cards in every set. So, like, the last 3 cards will all be.
They are sort of adjusting to the Japan packs, which can give you multiple pulls in one pack.
Yeah. Well, no, what I was going to guess was, what if that was... Because it seems like they're going to keep the Radiant Collection. They're going to keep the Trainer Galleries. Because those seem really cool. I was wondering if they might just do that, where it's rare... Or it's the reverse rare Trainer Gallery. Or whatever.
Or,
like, I could see them just do that, where they just make the Trainer Gallery a normal card in the set that's always in that third spot.
They might also be trying to do away with the card trick that everybody does. You know how you do 4 from the back and then you save it for last. Like, that's kind of what I liked about Legendary Treasures, because you could just get a Radiant card anywhere.
I don't think they're going to do that. I think they always put the cards at certain spots in the... Like, the last 2 cards at certain spots. I don't know about the third one.
Japan sort of doesn't have a card trick, so it's possible that they could do away with it.
I don't know.
Which would be disappointing, actually, because I like doing that. It's fun.
Yeah. Well, and also, one of the other things is that, so, it sounds like the Pokemon Company's trying to standardize cards between all regions. But it's like, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. It's the problem of, but some of the things they do in Japan are worse than the things they do in the U.S. Like, I like the silver borders. Those are better. The silver borders are better than the American yellow borders. I approve of that change. Honestly, they should change the back, too, to match the Japanese back, because that back is better than our back. But then you get to, like, the energy cards, which are just objectively worse. I like that they're now numbered cards. Always. There's always going to be a numbered card in the set. And they've done away with the energy card doesn't have a number, and it could just go any fucking where. That's great. But the whole energy symbol, or basic symbol, energy, basic symbol, energy bullshit, where it just has the words on it too many times. That needs to be simplified down. That's way overdone. And yeah, the set symbols, it's like, no, you should just take those to Japan. Like,
I could pre-order the Scarlet and Violet set right now, but guys, I want to confirm that I have finally got all the DLC, all the games that we need for the future for Wii U and eShop. So all of that is done. We're all good.
Oh, thank God!
Yeah, guys, I probably spent well over $1,000 just getting all the games and DLC that I needed. I didn't even get all the themes yet. And I'm waiting till the last month because I still don't know how much money I need for that. But I want to say I have a decent amount of themes. I made sure to get all the Hatsune Miku themes.
Oh, this reminds me of that bit from that video of just like you're killing kids for JPEGs.
Regardless, so we're all good. Like literally any Wii game, any Wii U game or any 3DS game we play in the future, we're already good on. We're taking
again, unless we completely forgot about a game or we discover a game we missed on the eShop.
I made sure to look up all the Zelda games, all the Pokemon games, any big name game on Nintendo, including Mario games and Kirby games. I did the whole works.
Yeah. That again does mean though, your Wii U is probably gonna have to come down here every single time you want to play one of those games.
That's fine.
I know. I'm just pointing that out. It's gonna be a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, it would have to be my Wii.
Yeah.
So guys, I don't know if Older Bro wants to do it, but I know he's gonna play some of the older Fire Emblem games, the 3DS ones included. If he wants to, he can just play my version because I have all the DLC. Like, I wouldn't care. But that's if we get an HDMI 3DS before we play them. And we're still not even done with 3 houses. So.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, we're currently stuck in a few series, waiting on other series to finish, as you might have guessed.
Well, I'm not stuck yet, but I might get there very soon, but I'm not sure. Like, guys, I really need to get done with Dragon Ball Fusions, because the next game we're going to play, a new installment for that series is about to come out, and I pre-order it, and I want to play it day one. So
what it sounds like is you're going to have to delay the other game.
Yeah, and I don't want to do that, by the way, 2300, because I've delayed this game at least 6 times.
Yup. Sucks to be that game.
I've been wanting to play it since year 2 of Two Bros Game Night.
But there's some games we haven't played since year 1 of Two Bros Game Night that like we started with. Hello, Croc. I can't see you right now because I'm rubbing my eyes. Oh. But yeah, there are some games that we were gonna play and some anime we were gonna watch. Like first year we did anime and games and still have not gone back to them. And probably will not for several years.
Yeah, like we started to watch 2 anime when we first started shit anime, and then did we just not have enough time to record the rest, or did we just fall out of it?
No, we had tech issues with, so we started with...
Right, yes, we had a lot of issues.
We had tech issues watching One Punch Man, and then we had tech issues again watching Kill la Kill. And so we fixed the tech issues, but at that point we started on a different anime entirely. And I'm legit not sure what caused us to not just keep trying One Punch Man over and over again. I think, if I remember correctly, it's like we recorded a couple episodes of One Punch Man, figured out the episodes were unusable, and said, okay, let's do a different show.
Yeah,
so we
that
have
way
takes.
we can come back and do fresh takes.
Yeah, we have a fresh take.
Yes,
and
that
then we did
was
the same
reason.
thing again with Kill la Kill.
Kill la Kill, I know!
Like, well, third time.
Like, guys, I really...
God, yeah, I remember, when we were younger, older bro and younger bro, we had much better ideas sometimes. It's like, man, if we could just have told ourselves, like, hey, fuck it, we're just gonna stop playing Bayonetta because we fucked up those episodes and just come back to it in, like, a year and a half.
When we started doing shit anime was year 2, Two Bros Game Night, correct? Well, we wasn't fully dived into Two Bros Game Night yet.
Something like that.
Oh, nice. Really?
Really? It's just that. Oh no! Wait a minute. What?
According to everybody that I know who plays Pokemon, they beat it within a week.
Well, to be fair, they also played it pretty straight for a week.
That's probably true too.
So we have 1 hour a day, 3 days a week.
Boy. Yeah, I have not been able to work on my Scarlet at all. I've just had too much to do. Like, guys, I'm recording a multiplayer series with my friends, and I'm going to have to not do multiplayer series for some time just to catch up on some things. Like, I still have to record the next batch of mobile games, and then possibly edit them if I feel like it. And I have to sleeve all my cards, which is taking a long-ass time. Trying to think. I have to do something for Girl I Like. I have to finish writing the first thing on my younger bro quota.
At some point, you're gonna have to stop calling her Girl I Like and give her an actual fucking name. Because at this point...
I don't know if she wants me to tell the world her real name.
I know, I'm just saying that it's like, at this point, it's like, dude, you are not getting with her. Your liking her cannot continue to define this girl.
Well, until I meet someone new, that's what she's gonna be defined as. Like, I can't give her real name because I don't know what she...
I know, I just say, it's like, we need to come up with something other than Girl I Like to call her. I don't care what it is.
How about Bestie? How's that? Like, we called each other that in high school for a while. Let's go with that.
Younger bro has a crush. I'm shocked. I don't know how that's possible, Croc. I feel like you, since you went to school with him, you have to know who exactly this is by name. Like, I get it. It's a bet. Okay. Thanks for the clarification, Croc.
But anyway, there was another girl I liked, but unfortunately, she dived off of social media. Like, she was done with it.
Oh, first I thought you said she died. You're like, oh, hold on.
No. She went away from social media. The only thing I can assume is she dated someone online, got very pissed off at them, and she was like, no, this is the second time I've had my heart broken on social media. I'm done with it. Either that or she got a lot of hate on her posts. I didn't really, like, see anything. Like, I didn't look at her comments on her photos or anything like that. Like, I didn't do that much research. But right now...
I'm not that much of a stalker.
Anyway, she has no social, like, active social accounts. Like,
so you can say she has no social life.
Like, all I wanted to know was her freaking phone number, because there's no way she could lose that unless she changes phones, but...
No, I like... Who hides a phone number?
But, anyway, like, as an adult now, I'm like, okay, I have to have people's phone number because they could literally just quit Facebook or quit Twitter, and I'll just
quit life.
They'll just I'll just never hear from them again.
I guess that last one's still a problem either way.
Like, the only thing I assume...
I've never had a social... Croc, you are currently
having
socializing.
A social life right now. But anyway, so the only thing I thought of was she went to the same college as me. I was like, maybe she still has her college Gmail because they give one out to every student.
Yeah.
So
by the way, did you ever actually see her when you were at that college?
Yes, I was in the same class as her for a while.
Oh, I gotcha.
Like, I was in the same class with her about 3 times.
Okay.
But I never asked for her phone number. I asked for her Facebook. Oh, man. If I could go back. But
if I could turn back time, if I could find a way.
I think the only way I'm going to meet someone right now is YouTube or maybe a convention.
As a reminder, guys, meeting people through YouTube is a terrible, terrible idea.
It's the only things I seem to be on all the time, so.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, actually, I suppose nowadays people meet their wants to be at work.
I like the fact that you were going to say lover and then said, nah, hold on. That's not the right word.
No, I actually just couldn't think of a word, so I went with that.
Just started with the word L, and it's like,
But yeah, you're probably gonna meet the one you spend the rest of your life with at work.
That's sad. But not wrong. I bet you. I'm sorry that your boyfriend broke up with you, Croc.
But yeah, how's Zero been doing? Like
well, last time I heard they were in a fight.
Well, I thought they fixed that.
No, I don't know. I only find out things when he tells me.
Or at least sort of fixed it.
Also, I presume since he says he regrets it, that they did not.
Yeah, like, I've known Zero since my Crimson channel. That's how long I've known him.
Been quite a while.
So he's enjoying his Beat Saber.
Every time I hear Beat Saber, I'm always confused what the fuck that game is. And then I remember...
It's the lightsaber
yeah, I know,
tile
but
game.
I'm always just like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, I mean, like, Zero was probably the original fanboy of, not necessarily Two Bros Game Night, but me. Like, he probably never admit it, but he was. Like, he showed up to every single one of my streams.
Yeah.
Every single one. And then he just kind of fell out of Two Bros Game Night.
Well, and from the sounds of it, he fell into, you know...
VR.
VR.
Yeah, we rarely do VR because of...
recording difficulties.
Mobile series. Like,
Well, same thing.
Like, guys, VR games count as a mobile game on this channel, so... I can't do a lot of them right now because of my import
I was gonna say, I'm
list.
pretty sure they count as mobile games on most channels, because most of them are VR games, or are VR mobile games.
Well, I mean, there are things like... There's a VR Jurassic World game that is separate from Oculus. I don't even know if you can play it on Oculus yet. But you have to buy it separately, and it is very, very difficult to record.
How many Crimson streams have I showed up to? 6? If you're talking about him only, I have no clue. Talking about ones he's been playing the game on, like, 1 trillion.
That was still, like, around my freshman year in high school, and I stopped the Crimson channel once I moved over to Two Bros Game Night, which was around my sophomore year. And I met Croc my junior or sophomore year. I can't remember. God damn it, I'm getting confused. Regardless.
How unusual.
Regardless, I don't remember how many streams Croc showed up to on my Crimson channel. Yeah, Croc, I was confusing myself for a second. There's sophomore and then senior. Like, there's 2 grades of high schoolers that starts with an S, so I confuse sophomore with senior sometimes. Oh, man. But yeah, there is a part of me that misses school, but there's also a part of me that doesn't want to go back, especially right now when someone is trying to say you have to.
Well, somebody doesn't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, King Bro has been trying to push me to go back to college, and it would detriment me, as Older Bro put it, and I fucking agree with him.
Yep. I mean, I feel like several people have told you at this point that it would detriment you. Including Mr. B.
Like, guys, I don't even know if I still have a job right now, so if I went back to school right now...
Well, yeah, I don't think he's meaning tomorrow.
But he's saying when I have a shitty or crappy job, like if I go back to our local grocery store, like...
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I would not ever be able to pay that off with that job. Because, like, my high school, sort of... I got into, like, a thing.
You're poor. Let's just go with you're poor. It'll simplify things.
Anyway, let's just say I got money help with college, and they paid for most of my college.
Yeah.
Yes, I got a loan. So I got a college loan. Yeah, if I did not pay... Sorry. Let's start. If I have to pay out of my pocket right now, it would cost me $10,000 a semester. And I'd have to go for 2 semesters just to get the degree. So that's $20,000 I'd have to pay back. That's full. And the loan I had paid enough to where I actually made money off of it. Like...
Yeah.
I got money to, like, pay for school supply and stuff like that. It's one of the reasons why I have the PC I have today. And I needed a PC for school. So, yeah, I will make it very clear. I am not going back to fucking college right now or with a crappy job. Guys, in my line of work and the career I'm going for, they will pay for my schooling if I need to go back. Like, your work will pay for it.
Yep.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that's the problems I'm facing right now, guys. Like, I'm waiting for the day where father comes in here and says, you're done with gaming.
Yeah, if he comes in here, I will beat him.
Like, I don't think he'd do it.
Yeah.
But he would speak his mind. Like, if I come in here streamed and then go in there, if he's grumpy that day, he would speak his mind.
Which is every day.
Yeah.
It is not if he is grumpy, it is when he is grumpy. And the answer is always.
Like, guys, I want to make clear, father is not a bad person at all. He's just
a poor person.
He doesn't want us to make similar mistakes that he did.
I don't think it's possible for me to make a similar mistake as him, because I think so completely differently than him that it is impossible for me to make.
What he wants us to do is be out enjoying life and living on our own. That's what he would like to see before we die.
Yeah, wouldn't that be great?
And guys, literally this year, I was about to start saving up to move out. Not to say I haven't been trying to do that, it's just there were a lot of things I wanted to do this year, and so I did them. And do I regret doing them? Right now I do.
Yeah, that's what he doesn't seem to understand. He's the thing that he is saying is like what he is saying is completely antithetical to what he is
wanting. He's saying like, oh, but I want you to go out there and like do stuff and not stay inside and like have fun. But it's like, but you're staying inside and having fun and still regretting the same things. So if his argument is that going out is gonna make you not regret things, it's like, no, it isn't. Because the things that I want are things that, some of the things I want are things I'm going to regret, and they're in here. And the things I don't want to do are out there. I don't regret them because I don't care about them.
And what he doesn't understand with me is, guys, I like being at home. Like, to an extent, I hate being on vacations. Like, I do not like being very far away from home. I hate it. But not to say I don't enjoy vacations, I really do, because I have my family around me. But if I was on my own and I went on a vacation, I would not fucking like it. Because probably a big fear of mine is getting lost and not knowing the way home. Or I get hurt while I'm not at home. It don't sit well with me.
Yeah, younger bro does not
Do well with such things. And it's like, just have a map and phone, and you will be fine.
But what if I forget my phone?
Then get a map.
it's not.
What if I have a hard time reading the map?
Then I'd recommend you get good at reading maps. Maybe then you'll learn where Maine is. Alternatively, you can look at Mr. B's post.
Anyway. So, like, the furthest I could drive probably by myself with no help is our biggest city in our state.
Yeah.
And that's only an hour away from where we currently live. So I could drive an hour away and back and be fine, but otherwise, beyond that... But anyway, guys, sorry that we talk about our lives sometimes. It's just we're shiny hunting and we don't have a lot to talk about.
How dare you talk about your lives? Oh, shoot. I got that. Oh, when the heck I got a carrot?
But, yeah, we're not ready to move out yet, but we want to so bad.
Here's the thing. Having talked with friends, I do want to move out and do plan to. However, I think that the U.S. has this mindset of, you know, when a kid grows up, they move out of the house and live off on their own. That is not a mindset that is shared in most other countries. In most countries in the world, people live in the same house that their ancestors have lived in for the last 1,000 fucking years. Because it is expensive to fucking move. It takes a lot of resources. And often, when people who get older, they need people to take care of them. And so it makes sense to have your kids stay at home to take care of you when they get older, as they took care of you when you were younger. There are many cultures out there where people don't ever move out. The mindset of moving out is a mindset of abandoning your family. And the U.S. is, because of financial difficulties in the U.S., that mindset is coming back here. Because again, that used to exist like 100 years ago here, and then rapid industrialization. And thinking we're better than everyone else, frankly. But,
Brilliant Gossifleur.
Yeah, that is a mindset that has existed for thousands of years in many other countries and in this country. And it might be one that we just have to accept that needs to come back. Where people do just need to live in the same house as their parents and their own kids so that they can, like, afford to live. Which sucks, and I don't like it. And I do plan to move out. But I'm just saying, as a culture, we might have to stop having that mindset.
But yeah, guys.
For just financial reasons alone.
Yeah, me personally, I do want to move out of this house because I have pretty much run out of room in my room. Like, I have basically no space left.
I will agree that I personally do not want to stay here either, for many reasons. But
like, Croc has seen my room. Croc would back me up. Like,
sus rainbow.
Anyway.
But yeah, so it's like, I agree with you. And I do want to move out and do plan to, but there is a part of me that says like that. Yeah. Like, that mindset also might need to die out.
Like guys, so I can maybe buy like a handful of shirts and pants left. I can't buy any new underwear.
Yep.
Socks, sweatshirts, coats. Don't have room.
Yep.
I can maybe buy like maybe one more blanket, because I've pondered it, because I still wake up cold and I have 3 blankets on.
That's a problem.
Yes.
Well, maybe if you turned off your AC.
Well, I can't sleep without it, unfortunately, anymore.
Yeah. I think you're going to have to figure a way out. And you're going to have to figure out a way to stop. Because I think that's your problem. Whether, like, for...
Well, I'm at the point where I'm cold, but I'm not, like, shivering cold.
Yeah.
Like... But anyway, like, I can maybe buy, like, I have a couple of shelves left to buy new video games, and I can maybe buy a small shelf to go buy my gaming shelf, but after that, I couldn't store anything else, probably. Like,
yeah.
I would have to start getting rid of stuff. Like, guys, my shelves in my closet are full. They have all my books on them. They have all of my, like, maybe work stuff. I know my welding helmet and gloves are in there. Like, they have a few toys and such. Oh, boy. But yeah, I give myself like another 2-3 years and my gaming shelves are going to be full.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks, but I might actually have to start storing stuff down here. Because I can't store it anywhere else. And
Is Entity not a psychic type?
Entity? Entity is a normal type. And a fairy.
Of course.
I think it's normal fairy. It might just be fairy, actually.
It's using Psybeam and only Psybeam.
Sorry, it's psychic normal. I thought it was fairy.
Yeah, which is why Ghost type doesn't work on it. I'm literally going to lose this battle because I'm fighting a fucking entity and just going to.
But yeah, guys, I thought about buying more consoles for us. But well, I have room on my shelf now, so I could maybe buy another 2 consoles, but I'm buying the PS2 again, so after that, maybe I could buy us a Super Nintendo, original Nintendo, and we'd probably be out of room at that point.
My day was okay, Croc.
My day was just busy. Like, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't. Like, guys, I've had 2 busy days where I've basically not been able to sleep my cards, and I really need to do it.
This Pokemon used.
Yes, I said PS2. My original Slim PS2 broke, and my brick PS2 broke because I bent a cord trying to fix the light in the PS2. Because literally the scanner, the disc scanner in the PS2 stopped working, and I had to replace something in it. I successfully installed it and then accidentally gripped a wire and I bent it. And it wasn't fixable after that.
I am fucking pissed off right now. This person got ultra fucking lucky.
Croc, I'm gonna buy both. Yeah.
I accidentally used Super Fang, which cut their health in half when they were low health.
Yeah.
They used Encore as a random fucking move. They've only been spamming Psybeam every other term, but then they decide to use Encore. The one move where I used the wrong move and now have to keep cutting their health in half until I die.
Oh, no.
You fucking bitch.
But, yeah, everybody actually recommends the PS2 brick because it actually does last longer. Because my Slim only lasted me about 3 or 4 years. The brick lasted me about 15 years. Like, I've had the same brick PS2 since I was in my second home ever.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose this.
And don't worry, guys, I didn't do a stupid and threw out my memory cards. I kept all the memory cards. Do not ever throw away your memory cards.
Oh, see, I would absolutely disagree.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I'm pretty sure I would be able to move whatever's on my memory card to my newer memory card that I'm going to replace them with. Like, I have 2 memory cards because of the amount of games I have.
Yeah.
And I need one that has more storage. But yeah, it does sadden me, guys, that I cannot play any of my PS2 games unless it's for the channel. Because right now, Older Bro has the only working PS2.
I'm not even sure it's working.
No, it is. Like, we played a game recently on it, so it is fine.
That is true.
Yeah, the other problem I had with my PS2 was it got a lot of dust in it over the years.
That's just normal for all consoles.
And the best way to clean them out is to lightly use like an air compressor.
Compressor.
Yes, compressed air.
Air compressor, very difficult.
But you know what I'm talking about. You need one of those.
Yeah, you want to blow out the dust and dirt that's in there. Usually you want to take the cover off to do that.
Yeah, and it's hard to do. Like, I would have to study how the PS2 needs to come apart and put back together. It was very hard to take apart the PS2 I had that was still working and that I was trying to fix. God, it was a pain in the ass. Yeah, guys, I successfully fixed it, and when I was putting it back together is when I broke it. I was so mad.
Yeah, Jigglypuff and Sing suck. Although they were a funny character.
You talking about the anime?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah. I think Jigglypuff did come back at some point, but then...
I believe so. And then they removed her again.
Yep. Yeah, guys, I might have to add a rule to where if I hit 5,000 encounters in the wild, I'm just gonna fucking egg hunt it. Because eventually it'll get to the point where it's ridiculous. I'm not getting it. Hell, I might do that for 3,000 encounters, but I don't know, guys. I haven't decided yet. And I hate egg hunting, but I know it's the most effective way to shiny hunt in this game. Like, ugh. Yeah, Gossifleur just has destroyed Snom in the number of encounters. Like, we're 100 over Snom.
Yep.
And we're about to be 200.
At this point, I'm not even surprised anymore.
Hello, the Pokemon Trader.
Hello, Pokemon Trader.
Unfortunately, we can still only trade after the stream.
Yeah, Younger Bro only has the current capabilities to trade off camera. So
And-
you'll have to wait for... Well, we've been live for 53 minutes, so 2 hours and 7 minutes.
No, like, I would be willing to get Gossifleur right fucking now. Like,
Well, yeah, but we have to, like, actually go into the, like, error screen, and that's not
yeah.
fun.
But, anyways, we only trade for donations and such. Like, if you're donating the shiny we're looking for, or a
did you
shiny
finally
that I
finish
need.
updating that
Yes,
list?
I did.
Good. Good, good, good.
So, the shiny list has been updated, and maybe the rules are a little bit clearer.
Hopefully. Let me, in fact, check that.
See ya, Croc.
Have a good evening, Croc.
But, we're not the kind of, like, shiny hunters or Pokemon streamers to just, like, do random, like, trades to help out people in the chat. Like, if like, we allow trades in chat. Like, if you want to trade with someone else in chat, we allow that.
Yeah, nothing we can do to stop you.
But yeah, we are Pokemon collectors. We are trying to get every shiny, every variant of shiny, including forms. And I more or less always get all the normal Pokemon, but I'm still missing quite a few normal Pokemon. Oh, I think that's the list I haven't updated, which is the normal Pokemon list, but...
Yes, I think you said that everything normal is open to trade, pretty much. Except for new Pokemon. And since you pretty much have everything new, there wasn't really much that was not open to trade.
The only thing I'm missing that is new is the Therian form of Enamorus.
Yeah.
And a few other forms like Vivillon.
Yeah, but... Yeah, outside of that, it's like, I don't know.
But
Yeah, Pokemon Trader, like, we did just update the list, just, I believe, for you and somebody else.
Cat.
Yeah, and Cat. Just, yeah, because people had asked. And we were like, okay, we need to fix this list. It's wrong.
But anyways,
It should be better now.
Yeah, maybe we should get a banner saying preparing to trade or something.
Oh, well, I'll look into it.
And that banner, it's probably fine to have the mics on. But I don't know.
Yeah, we'd have to set all that up, and
We don't have that set up yet, obviously.
I wonder how long I've been looking for Gossifleur by now.
well, let's see. How many streams have you done this for?
This is the 8th.
20. Then about 24 hours.
Approximately.
I've been looking for it for 24 fucking hours. But I'm talking like how long has it taken in terms of like our time? Like, has it taken a year, a couple months?
Well, I'd say if it's been 8 streams, that'd be 8 weeks.
So that'd be 2 months.
Yeah.
Basically.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's just, oh Lord, have mercy.
Yeah, with the shiny charm, what is it? Is it 1 in like 2,000 something?
Like 4096 is the default rate.
1 in 4096.
Without the shiny charm, and then it's 2048, I think. Would be that one. I can't remember anymore. I've lost track.
Yeah, so we're like 100 off from finding it.
No.
Yeah, we're at 2,382 encounters. But I think we lost that luck when we got the brilliant Stunky. I think that kind of fucked us over.
Maybe. Yeah, it's just absolutely completely random. You might not get it for 30,000 encounters.
That would fucking suck, guys. And yeah, at that point, I would have fucking egg hunted it because it's ridiculous. Like, guys, there will be a point where I'm like, no, fuck this, I'm egg hunting it.
Pretty sure that at some point you just start wonder trading for it over actually hunting for it.
But I can't do that on camera.
Oh, that's true.
I would maybe sooner find raids for it. I can't really effectively do that on camera either.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's go back to talk about trades a little bit. Like, I am willing to help people for trades, but not on stream. Like, if you need a Gengar, I'll trade with you. Just schedule a trade with me off stream.
Yeah.
Just do not, pretty much don't ask me to do any kind of trade like that on camera.
Yeah, because it's like you're busy right now.
Yeah, I'm busy right now. I'm trying to look for a shiny that I've been looking for a while, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the way, guys, while I was at our local Walmart today, I did order some new glasses. So, because of the near-death experience I had and another mishap, I don't know if it's my glasses, but it's about time I get some new ones because I've had these glasses since my freshman year.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty old, so. I also like how I wasn't gonna spend the $300 I just made from my current work, and that's mostly down the drain.
Yep.
Yep. Cause I had to get new glasses, and I had to spend like $150 on the eShop.
Mm-hmm.
So I've probably spent about $240 today. Hey guys, that's what worries me if I do end up not having a job by Monday.
Yeah.
Like, that's when I'm gonna find out.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I really hope I didn't get fired. I really do, guys.
It's literally, as people, as I have a few other people said, it would be completely nonsensical for them to do that. That wouldn't make any sense.
Like, I'm almost starting to agree with Father that I think they were going to get rid of me to begin with, and that's why they have this new guy starting last Monday.
Yeah, could be.
Like, guys, I've barely put my foot in the door of my career.
Yeah.
Like, that's what happened to my trainer. My trainer didn't know anything, absolutely nothing, didn't have a degree like I do. And he's doing just fine there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like a... It's not like a very, difficult field to be in. It's just... It takes a lot of, like, technical knowledge that you pick up in the field. So...
But yeah, guys, my near-death experience was the first time someone was about to hit me. Before that, I had one mishap where I accidentally backed into Father's truck, but that's because he had it parked in a not normal place. And also it kind of prevented me from getting out of the fucking driveway, but whatever.
Again, the bigger problem is you didn't see the vehicle to begin with.
No.
So... That's... Yeah. His exact location for parking wasn't really relevant.
Yeah, I like how we tried fixing it with this really strong suction cup. And I took one look at that, I was like, no, this ain't gonna work. Like, literally what he would have had to do was buy a more expensive suction cup and hook it up to a car.
To use his hands?
Yeah, he tried to use his hands.
Oh, that dumb fuck.
Yeah, both me and him tried pulling on it at the same time. No, I wasn't. Yeah, I was worried we were gonna pull something. Like,
yeah, fucking break his arm again. It was his arm that got broken.
but
right?
hey, we took a shot at it. Like, I didn't know a lot of like other ways of fixing it besides like going to a car dealership.
Yeah,
But
the correct answer is you don't. If you're not going to go to a car dealership or someplace to get it fixed, auto repair, you don't get it fixed.
that's what he's gonna have to do. Just not get it fixed.
Okay. Option 1, go to expert. Option 2, do not get repaired. The end.
Yeah, as long as the truck is still drivable, like, I know he was gonna replace it anyway. Like, even if he didn't, even if I didn't run into it, guys, he was close to replacing it, and then I kind of ruined it.
Well,
so I get why he was mad at me. So I don't blame him entirely, because again, it was weird that he parked it in the not usual place. So. Anyway, part of it's my fault and part of it's his fault. But yeah, guys, I did get my eyes examined, and the eye doctor told me it has barely changed.
Yeah.
So it's possible that I've just had a really, really bad blind spot.
Yeah. Did you tell them that before? Did they check for blind spots?
I think that's what a new machine did.
Okay.
So yes, they did check for it.
Okay. But they didn't mention anything.
Yeah, so it must not be that terribly bad, but they told me my eyesight did change a little bit, so maybe that's part of it.
Yeah, could be.
But guys, I really don't know. Like, the bad blind spot is the only thing I can assume, and it's on my right eye. So, right. I don't know, guys. I really don't. So I'm hopeful that my eyesight will be a lot better with these new glasses I'm about to get. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, I just got new glasses, so.
2,400 encounters. But, yeah, guys, besides getting new consoles, I wanted to start getting all the tools I needed this month. And Older Bro could back me up on this, because I had it all written down on my calendar. Like, buy these tools this day, buy these tools that day.
Yep.
Like, I had it all written down, all planned out. And this happens.
Yeah, because I would understand the situation of being like, oh yeah, he got in an accident, he gets fired. If your job was to just be a delivery guy. But that isn't even your primary job.
No, that's part of it.
Yeah. So
My primary job is to work on motors, pumps, gearboxes, fix machines.
Yeah.
That is my primary job. That's what makes the company money.
Yeah, so it's like...
And
if
then
anything,
shipping would be after that.
Yeah, so it's like, if anything, the only thing I would imagine is that they'd say, okay, well, we're just going to have the new guy do deliveries for a while.
Well, the reason they had me do deliveries is because, guys, we actually didn't have a lot to do. So they're like, give the new guy the deliveries, why not? Because everybody there has been there longer than me, so if there's a gearbox that no one has worked on yet, they'd go do that. Yeah, they mainly had me drive and clean. And if I go back, if I keep my job, I have to clean this corner that I was starting to clean, and then my situation happened. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, I haven't been worried about it too much, guys, but my boss hasn't called me for 3 days now, and he told me he would. That's what I'm not liking, because they're kind of keeping me in the dark. And I need to know if I've been fired or not, because my tools are still at my work.
Well, and legally, they do actually have to fire you.
Yeah, and they haven't yet.
Yeah,
so
so
as
like,
far
that's
as
the
I'm aware,
situation.
I have not been fired.
Like, that's the situation. It's like,
It's possible it's just a really tough decision, and I don't know about it.
I don't think so.
Well-
It doesn't seem like a tough decision. The decision's just, okay, was this a situation that should result in firing him? No. That's pretty much the end of the decision.
Like,
It is literally a 5-second question, and the answer is no.
he only would have like 2 excuses. One, he is technically sick. He wasn't feeling too well last time I talked to him or saw him.
Yeah.
So I could see that, why he hasn't called me. Or 2, he was giving me the rest of the week off because he may have saw how shooken up I was or something like that. He's like, I was going to wait till Monday. It's like, so that's the only other excuse I could see that I'd accept, but
yeah, it's like, yeah, I would agree though. It's like, as of Monday, they haven't said anything. It's like, well,
I'm
my shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide whether to go early in the morning and get all my stuff, or go when my boss usually arrives.
When does he normally arrive?
About noon.
Oh. Well, there's your first problem. Boss isn't even on the field until then.
I don't know why that is. I've never asked about it because I never questioned it. Like, he can do what he wants. He's the boss. Like,
yeah, but there's some decisions when you should not do that.
I mean, for all I know, his health is bad, and that's why he has to be at home more.
Sounds like he needs to go on sick leave or retire.
I actually don't know how old he is, but he does have white hair, so he's probably in his 50s, 60s.
Just, I don't know. Sounds like a weird situation.
But yeah, sorry guys. I'm just really worried about it because guys, I do not want to get fired. If I get fired, it will put a stain, a really really tough stain, on my what is it that you submit? It's your resume. Yeah. Father was like, don't put it on your resume if you do.
Well, it's not really that easy to do. If you don't put it on the resume, then you either have to completely exclude the job, which means they're going to ask you why you had a hole in your resume, which is not a good thing either, or you don't put,
like, to me, like, having some experience on your resume will probably get you to a job better than not putting down your work experience. Yeah. Like, because I think literally the jobs I've been applying for wanted work experience over education.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true.
So not putting that on my resume will like mess up my resume, like, and mess up my chances of getting into a similar field. Like,
yeah, I'd probably agree with that.
But Father also said, or you can put it on there and just pray that if you get fired, just say you were let go due to lack of work, which is kind of true. Like, there.
Yeah, just like.
Because, like, guys, I've only maybe worked on like 10 motors, and only about 5 of them were reassembled by me. Hell, like, I pretty much. So there was this fan that I was working on for about a week or so. I took it apart, and I actually had to borrow from a similar fan just to get it working, or get it close to working. But the problem I kept having was it was rubbing where the fan was, and that's not good. So we had to use bluing, and bluing is this paint of sorts. It's what you see on blue PS2 discs. Like, it helps you see scratches better. So it was scratching pretty heavily on the sides and where you have to put it on the shaft. Mm-hmm. Like, bottom of where the shaft would be is where it was also scraping. So luckily my trainer, he found 2 extra, like, washers. Like, we needed 4 washers on that shaft just to keep it from scratching. Mm-hmm. And it only needs 1, or it's supposed to. So we had to put an additional 3 on it. Yeah. But anyways, so the first half of the job, I had another trainer help me with it. But the rest of it, I put it back together myself, and it ran just fine. Yeah. So I must have been improving in some form of way, but. I don't know. And that was a fan, not a motor.
Yeah. Yeah, hard to say.
Well, I mean, okay, the fan was attached to an AC motor.
Yeah.
But we call it a fan and not a motor because it's mainly used for air.
Well, fans. Well, it's there's well no, because there's
it's a cooling
motors.
Unit.
Yeah, It's because fans and motors are completely different things. The motor is the thing that that usually powers fans.
Well, the fan is... Okay, the fan that was on it is basically an accessory in a way. Like, it's a bigger fan than what motors usually have by itself.
Yeah.
Like, they have a small propeller on it.
Yeah.
And this was like a big fan attachment.
Yeah.
And what it does is filters out dirty air from machinery.
Yeah. So it's an air filtration system that itself was hooked up to a motor.
But yeah, we just call it a fan.
Yeah.
And that was the only fan I worked on there. The only one.
Yeah.
And I got it working sort of by myself.
Yeah.
Like, I assembled it correctly by myself.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I did need help finding out what was mechanically wrong with it. Like, I didn't even know about the bluing until the other trainer explained it to me a little bit.
Yep.
And that's how I learned about what those blue PS2 discs were all about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I almost talk like I know what I'm talking about because I do have a degree in it and I'm learning it. But I'm just learning it better at the job I currently have.
Yeah. It's called on-the-job experience.
And guys, you can't have that until you get into somewhere.
Yep.
So it sucks that all these bigger companies are like, we need you to have 18 years of experience. It's like, how am I supposed to get that when there's no other jobs that offer or want, like, less?
Yeah.
Like the...
People have been complaining about job experience jobs for quite a long time.
Like, the
For example, people have been complaining about there were some IT-related jobs that asked for more experience than the field had existed.
Oh, my God.
So it's like, they literally could not have no one had that much experience. So it's like, what?
Yeah, guys, so the lowest I've seen in my field that I applied for, they wanted a minimum of 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that was most of the jobs, which, again, 5 years not terrible, but you have to find a job that literally doesn't require you to have, like, more than...
Would you believe you need to find a job with 0 years experience
much.
Get a job that requires 5 years of experience? And finding those jobs are impossible. That's why people are pissed.
Like, the only place...
I was gonna say, how long were you actually there for?
Where I'm currently at now?
Yeah.
Like 3 months.
Yeah.
3 fucking months.
So,
Very close to my 90 days.
Yep. Yeah, and that... I'm guessing you get paid more after 90 days?
Okay, so how 90 days works is you get your 90 days, and if they fire you, they will have to pay unemployment.
Yeah.
However, if you don't get your 90 days and you get fired before that, they don't have to.
Yep, and isn't it weird that you're suddenly being told we might be firing you right about then?
Yeah.
Yep, that's why 90-day laws are bullshit. It's like, no, if you fire me, you should have to pay unemployment because you fired me. Period. No excuses. That's the whole difference between you fired me versus I quit. It's, if I quit, you don't pay unemployment. If you fire me, you should have to pay unemployment because you fired me.
Yeah. But, yeah, guys, I want you to know I did not... If I do get fired, I did not get fired because I didn't do my work. I got fired because of one shitty situation.
Yeah. And also, they might have already been trying to fire you to begin with.
Yes.
Unclear.
Who knows, maybe they just wanted someone else more experienced because maybe I was just learning too slowly, or...
I don't know.
But if they had to choose between the new guy and me, I bet they'd choose the new guy.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know he worked on cars, he worked on homes.
Yep.
He had very little experience with motors, but he knew how they worked.
Yep. Just like, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, guys, I would love to just not worry about that and just play video games for you guys. I would love to do that more than anything, but it's possible that might not happen for a long time or ever.
Yeah.
But hey, as long as I enjoy what I'm doing, I think I'll be just fine.
That's fair. Sorry, guys. I'm a bit tired, but it's more I have a headache right now.
Me and you both. Well, I don't actually have a headache, but my life is a headache right now.
Well, yeah.
I know we're supposed to be a comedy channel, but talking about our shitty lives doesn't seem very convenient.
Well, here's the thing. These aren't our comedy videos.
No,
these
are our podcasts.
These are our podcast videos.
Yeah.
Where we do shiny hunting and talk with you. And if there's no you to talk to, then we
come
just
up with shit.
We just randomly come up with shit. And a lot of times that means that we talk about us. So...
Want to talk about me? Want to talk about I want to
No, that is untrue.
One.
No, that is untrue. We desperately don't want to talk about me, I, us. We would gladly talk about literally anything else.
Well, I mean, the viewers need to get to know us in some form of way, so
they get to know us by our
it.
commentary and our random views we espout occasionally. They don't need us to talk about ourselves.
But it's good to know the people you watch.
I feel
like for instance, a lot of people don't know that me and older bro are stepbrothers.
I don't understand how it's possible. Well, it's like, okay, I understand why people don't know that, but I don't understand why people get
about it.
Well, yeah, but I also don't understand why people get confused by it. Like if you say like, "Oh yeah, I met my brother 4 years ago," then I don't understand why someone wouldn't immediately be like, "Oh, they must be stepbrothers." Like,
yeah,
how do you get confused by that statement of like, what?
Yeah, guys, like I watch Ellie in Gameland, and she's a Pokemon card channel I watch, and she actually responds well to her commentators.
Yeah.
So she knows us a little bit
Somehow.
But what she didn't know was we were stepbrothers, and when I said. Basically, I was talking about how I met older bro, and she got confused by it.
Yeah.
And then I said stepbrother, and she was like, "Oh."
Yeah. Would you believe that saying stepbro all the time is very annoying? And since
That's why we
lived
went with
together
older
and
bro.
have lived together for many years, I do not see a distinction.
Oh boy.
It's like those. It's like those
fine.
situations
It's
where
fine.
it's like those situations where you're adopted and you grow up with somebody for like most of your life, and they are your father figure, so you call them father, even though they literally are not genetically your father. It's just like, why is that a confusing statement? It's just like, I'm sorry that this woman did not give birth to me, but she is my mother.
Yeah, and I think that's what Ellie was saying. She was
Yeah.
saying, well, that you might not be blood related, but he's still your brother. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yes,
And that's why we never say stepbro. Because also, stepbro has this weird connotation now.
It's possible we might call someone stepbro.
No, it's I'm making a reference to the the anime thing of like, what are you doing, stepbro? Never mind, younger bro's not understanding.
Is it the thing about
He's never-
Oni-chan?
Yes, that's the English version of that.
Okay,
slide.
that's what I thought it was.
That's
Like, I do not watch a lot of anime, but I know those memes.
yeah, you know enough about those memes. Yeah. So it's like that. Yeah.
And
So it's like-
I did spend like a year or so watching just anime clips because I was bored at my job. Not the one I'm currently working at, the other one. Because, guys, I had no customers. None.
Well, we also did watch Sword Art Online, which is one of the biggest What are you doing, step bro? Animes.
His second. It's not even the second season, or just the second part of
Second
season 1.
half of the first season.
Yes, I agree. And I did like the sister. Like, she was a very great character.
She was a great character. But look, if you're a writer out there, and you ever have a character who is familially related to another character, they live in the same house, they interact on a daily basis, and you ever write a line that says, "I betrayed the feelings I had for you," you have fucked up your character. Turn around and write them the opposite direction. Just write anything else. Just turn around and walk a mile away from where you just were, because you are in a bad headspace.
I know about one anime. It's weird. So there is one anime out there. I don't know the name of it. I've just seen clips of it. Where this character has no blood relation to main character.
Yep.
And she was just like she's a very cutesy and uppity kind of character.
Yeah.
And she was just out of the blue like, "I want to call you Big Brother." And the main character just goes with it. He's like, "Sure. I don't see a problem."
Look, I'm not against having like pet names and stuff like that. Like, look, I don't think something like that is inherently inappropriate. Like, people, there are people who call their husband daddy, and I don't, and like, that's in quotes normal. Like, that's a thing people do, and no one, like, I mean, okay, I guess some people find that very weird, but like, I'm not gonna sit out there and be like, this relationship is inappropriate because of that name. I'm just gonna be like, that's okay, whatever.
It's like, if that's your thing, whatever.
Yeah, okay, whatever. But
yeah, I think that's one of the only Oni-chan animes that gets a pass, like, in those situations. Like,
yeah. Like, I still greatly enjoy Trinity 7. Trinity 7 does have a very similar relationship of just, it is his cousin. But at the same time, it also...
But that's not, like, out of the ordinary in real life. Like...
No, but...
Like,
yes.
I'm pretty sure they recently started doing, like, first cousin marriages in some states. I'm pretty sure.
That's not... Yeah, but that's not common either.
No, it's not. I think they're only done in, like, 3 or 4 states.
Yeah,
in the US.
Usually those are done with, like, restrictions on, like, you have to be infertile or over a certain age.
Yeah, I refuse that. Like,
yeah,
no.
yeah. But what I'm saying is, like, that's a weird edge case of society that a lot of people aren't comfortable with.
Like, to me, even your second cousin is a gray area. Like,
it's like, look,
they're still in your family.
Here is my simple policy. If you can meet them at your family reunion, they should not be dated. Like, I don't think that's
unless they were a friend that was invited to your family reunion. I've had that situation. In fact, I was in that situation.
Maybe. But regardless, adopted does not matter. Like, if they go to your family reunion and they're not a guest, they should not be dated.
That I can agree with.
Just...
Oh, man.
But yeah, But, no, like, yeah, so Trinity 7 has a similar relationship with his cousin. But at the same time, Trinity 7 is also an over-the-top show about a character whose entire goal in life is to have, like...
A harem?
Is to, like, well, no, is to have, like, perfect control. Like, he's going to control everything. And so, like, and it's also... arguably kind of a parody of it's weird. I don't think they're intending to write a parody. I don't think they're actually trying to write a parody of harem anime. I think they just went so over the top it basically became a parody because taking it seriously is impossible. Like, you cannot take Trinity 7 seriously.
Yeah.
his magic spell book wants to fuck him.
Yeah.
How can you take that seriously?
Like, guys, we greatly loved Trinity 7, and I think at the time we were also watching Familiar Luis the Zero.
Yeah.
Like, both of those anime were great. Trinity 7 is better than Familiar, but...
Yeah. But it's like, yeah, that... like, in one of the movies, he gets a new book that is literally his daughter.
Yeah, like, it's weird.
How can you take that seriously? Like, what?
It is weird and fucking hilarious at the same time. Like,
but yeah, so it's like he does. Yeah, he does technically have a cousin relationship, but it's one of the few shows where I don't think that relationship actually detriments from the show. I think it's one of the rare exemptions from that always lowers it by a point.
Yeah,
because it's
for
just
older bro scale, yeah.
Yeah, like the older bro scale has several rules, and one of the rules is, sorry, if you have sister shipping, it's a no. And also I'm not sure if cousin shipping is in the same category. I think it is. I think it usually is. Because I have a problem with Kirito, and they are cousins.
Yeah, I think it should.
So I think it generally does. But, yeah, this is one of those situations. Well, the other hilarious...
It's a gray area. Yeah. That's all it is.
It's a gray area. Maybe that's why I don't absolutely hate, what's the one show? Eromanga Sensei?
Was that the
white
hair girl?
Yeah, this one with the white hair girl.
Yes.
The one where they're step siblings.
Yeah.
Who actually met like before their parents even met each other. Which is weird. But so
I have not seen that anime, but I've seen clips of it.
Yeah.
But I think I would like that anime if I watched it.
Yeah. But it's also a show that absolutely knows what the writer's doing, and the show itself is telling the writer that he's wrong.
It's so great.
Like that. Now that is a great concept for a show. I like the idea of the show being a meta commentary where a writer, like a writer struggled to make a successful series, and then he writes a sister shipping series, and the audience loves it, but the entire series is the show itself telling him he is wrong for writing this show and doing everything in its power to ruin itself, while he's like, but I'm making a lot of money writing you. It's just like, but it's shit. This entire concept is terrible. You shouldn't be doing it. It's like, yeah, you know how many people make furry porn out there? You know how many of those people like making furry porn? You know how much money furry porn makes? You're furry porn. Man. I am your sister. You are furry porn. Somebody write that show. Like, I don't care who writes it. I give you a blank check. Just please write it. And you have to put at least that line in.
You have our permission to steal from us.
just put us as a ghostwriter or something.
Ghostwriter Goombas.
But yeah, like, and
we'd be singing in the background.
No, we're not doing the intro or outro. Don't ask. But no. God. No, but yeah, Trinity 7 is so weird. Because yeah, like one of the girls in that show literally calls herself his sister. Or what calls him Oni-chan. But she's also a weird situation. Where, like, she is a young girl, except in the dream world, where she's, like, 8 years older. And she's not even, like, 10. It's like she's, like, 6.
She chooses to look that way in the
Yeah, exactly. It's like she chooses to look, like, 16 to 14 in real life because of her, like, magic powers, basically. But in the dream world, she conjures herself to look like 24.
Yeah,
it's like,
and then she de-ages herself.
Yeah, because the weird thing about her character is, like, the real version of her is technically the fake her. Because, like, it's a weird situation where, like, she's supposed to always be asleep.
Yeah, she's in, like, two
she's, like,
planes
so
of
powerful.
existence.
Yeah, she is, like, so ultra powerful that she's always asleep. And the sleep version of her is actually the real version of her.
Yeah,
it's something weird. And it's like...
Yeah, speaking of Trinity 7, guys,
that is
if
on our
it's
list.
still up, I want to play the mobile Trinity 7 game.
I have not... I need to do my yearly check of...
mobile games.
Are these mobile games still alive? I did, by the way, just finish doing my end of the year clean out of the final, like, the final video drive, where, like, I move all the videos from being in their folders to being in an archived folder for that year.
Yeah. By the way, guys, I've been paying attention the entire fucking time, and not one of these was shiny.
Nope.
Oh, man. We're probably going to hit 2,500 today encounters.
Yep.
We'll be very close to 3,000.
Yep.
Fucking hell.
But yeah, I actually need to look and see where Trinity 7 is.
Like, this is really why I miss SOS hunting.
SOS, please. Someone help.
Like, I miss it so fucking much, because that was some of
my mouth open.
the most fun wild hunting I have ever done.
Yeah.
Like,
SOS, please. Someone help me.
Like, guys, I don't hate this method, but it's not the best method at all.
Okay, actually, Trinity 7 isn't that far away. It might be within the next, like, year and a half.
Like, guys, what we're doing is just full shiny charm odds. Like, there's no really better way to get increased odds unless we are running into brilliant Pokemon.
Oh, God.
Like, brilliant Pokemon have a higher chance to be shiny, but guys, we have the highest, like, brilliant rate for Gossifleur, and we hardly see any of them. That's why I'm so surprised when we finally find one.
Why did I write the list this way? God. This is such a god-awful order. I have no idea if any of the shows, like the next, like, 10 shows, are going to be shows that we, like, watch multiple seasons of. I don't think they are. In fact, some of them I'm pretty sure only have one season.
Yeah, guys, we've been having a lot of, like, good ratings for anime lately, so we've been wanting to watch a really, really bad one.
Yeah, and then the first one is a ways down. That's gonna be like 3 years out. I might move that one up. There's just so much good anime. We don't have time to watch the shit. But I do have 3, I think, on this list that I know are bad.
Like, yeah,
and
guys.
I will say, guys, one of them is self-run anime.
Like, we've been having a lot of, like, 10 out of 10 anime recently.
Yeah. Well, okay, here's the thing. I think... So I'll give some hints about the anime. And this is not including the show that's going to come out tomorrow. So this is ignoring the show that's coming out tomorrow. Because today was the last episode of Konosuba Season 1.
Okay.
So, ignoring whatever comes out tomorrow. The next show is a secret show that I'm showing Younger Bro. That show may not be 10 out of 10. Or it may be a show that, like, me and younger bro have split ratings on. Followed by a show younger bro really wants to see, and I have no knowledge of.
Oh, yeah, it's that anime. Yay, I'm so happy.
And then followed by a very, like, I guess very old. Yeah, it's pretty old show, which I have to go over with you how we're going to watch at some point.
Okay.
Because it's a show that has...
weird seasons?
Yes. So...
oh, is it one of those animes that have, like, really long seasons?
I'm not sure. I have to look that up. But it's one of those shows where... yeah, it's one of those shows that has, like, weird... that has weird stuff about it, where... it's kind of... okay, you know how I've talked about One Piece? Where there's, like, watching guides for the show of, like, okay, you need to watch these episodes and then skip these episodes and then watch these other episodes. And stuff like that. It's got something like that attached to it, where it's like we might have to do some like weird rearrangement to watch the show appropriately, kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I do feel bad though, because the next like 8 shows are all gonna be shows that like I put on the list. And like that's just how this list worked out to be like balanced in terms of.
Like spacing them out.
Yeah. Because like I basically for guys who don't know, the way I do spacing on our list is that I have a rule of like I think I set it to 3. I can't remember. Maybe it was 5. It's 3 or 5. Where we write down all the series that we want to watch. Yeah, so we write down, in this case, the goal was 15. Okay. Yeah, it's 15, and younger bro wrote down 17. But we write down basically about 15 shows that we desperately want to see. And then I take those shows, 15 from me, 15-ish from younger bro. I then take...
I heard one spot.
That's funny, Lucian.
I have a shiny Scizor, and right now trades is a gray area with us.
Yeah, right now our internet's down and also enough that we can't really trade. My room's weird.
Yeah, like I have to trade off camera.
Yeah. Also, we generally don't do trades for anything unless we need them. But anyways, getting back to what I was saying. So, we take the 15 shows from each of us, and then I tack on a few extra shows to add in some variety.
Yeah, yeah, James, I actually had a viewer trade me a shiny Blossom. I didn't have one because they just didn't like how they look. Me, I don't care about it too much. I just collect shinies I don't have. Like, I'm trying to get basically the living shiny decks.
Yeah. What I don't get is why don't they just switch the shinies, like, why don't they just switch the colors to...
Well, they have done that before with Smeargle.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, like, people, like, if Scyther is green and Scizor's, like, that dark red, just switch the colors and make that the normal, make the shiny the red one. And probably clean up the shiny a little bit to not be quite so glaring.
Yeah, I think I only got shiny Lyron. I don't think I have the full Iron line. I think I used to, but black and white issues.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue what you're saying.
So yeah, so we take the first, so I have 15, younger bro's 15, that gives us 30, and I add about, in this case I went up to 50, or it's actually a little bit less than 50 now, because we went through a couple shows since I did it.
Yeah.
I think it was 5. So, so there was 15 from me, 15 from younger bro, and 20 miscellaneous. And that gets us the next 50 shows. And I then sort all those
by several categories to put them in an order where we try to give as much variety to you guys as possible.
Yeah, would you believe our shit anime is very hard to organize?
Yeah. Well, I can't sort based on quality of the show because I don't know the quality of the shows.
Yeah, we haven't seen them yet.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard for me to do.
We haven't seen some of them.
I mean, I could go online and look up aggregated scores, but that's gonna, you know... Oh, thank you for the follow, Lucian.
Thank you for the follow.
But that's gonna, you know, affect our view of the show, or at least mine. So, yeah. But for people who are looking for or who do like new series, we do have some new series on our list within the next 50 shows. So, like, yeah, Odd Taxi is on our list.
I mean,
Jujutsu Kaisen's on our list.
Most of the anime are always going to be new series. Like, we're not going to watch,
I wouldn't say that. Most of this list is not new.
Well, I mean, yeah, we'll watch season 2 of, like, seasons of, like, anime we watch.
No. I don't mean they're not new to us. I mean, they're not new shows. I mean, there's a lot of this list that's pretty old shows.
Oh, that's what you were meaning.
Yeah.
I thought you were meaning, like,
new to
not
us.
New to the channel.
No. I'm meaning, like, not new shows.
Okay. Alright, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but no, the ones I add are usually... They're kind of a mixture, but a lot of them are, like, returning seasons, new shows that neither of us put down for our list.
Yeah.
And other things that would be a good mix to add to the list.
Return to sender. I gave a letter to the postman. I put it in his sack.
It's probably telling. It's probably telling that I put ReZero Season 2 above Fist of the North Star Season 2 in terms of like our interest levels in those shows.
I think I'd rather watch Fist of the North Star Season 2 because
I don't actually know what happens in Season 2 of ReZero. Like,
I don't know either. I have a vague. Okay, I don't have a vague knowledge. I have some knowledge of Season 2 of Fist of the North Star. Like, I tried to binge watch the whole series.
Yeah.
And I made it halfway through Season 2.
Yeah. Okay,
or
by the way,
near the end.
You wrote down Dragon Ball Season 1 at some point on this list. I can't remember. Was that Super, or was that Dragon Ball the original Season 1? Okay, God. How are we categorizing that? Are we going
I think we're going from Dragon Ball all the way up to Super.
No. I mean, how are we determining a season? Are
I
we
think
going
we're doing
off
it
box
by
sets?
saga.
Okay. Because some of the sagas are weird.
Yes.
So, those are going to be fucking long.
By the way, speaking of Dragon Ball, did you hear the news about Dragon Ball Z Kakarot?
No.
So, they announced pretty much what the next DLC is going to be after Bardock.
Uh-huh.
It will be Dragon Ball Original, but what ticked a lot of people off was it's the fight with Piccolo at the tournament at the end of Dragon Ball.
That's it? That's all of Dragon Ball?
From what it sounds like. They are starting with adult Goku.
And going backwards.
So they are literally pretty much doing what Budokai Tenkaichi 3 did.
Yep.
Sort of. Actually, they didn't have the tournament. They did the end fight with Demon King Piccolo.
They did King Piccolo and nothing
not
else.
Piccolo Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, actually, it is kind of new because they have not done... I'm not sure how many Dragon Ball games have done the fight with Piccolo Jr.
Yeah.
Like, not even Budokai Tenkaichi 3 did that.
Guys, just looking at our list, I am frustrated with it.
Oh, the anime list.
Yeah. Just because of how long it is.
If you think that's long, look at our freaking gaming list.
No, honestly, our anime list is much longer than our gaming list.
Fuck what?
Yeah, the anime list of just the ones that I put on the main page, not the other ones. There's another second list of non-main page anime. Is over 135 lines long. It is way longer than any of our stream
Well, I
lists
mean,
and-
if we moved over are games yet to be scheduled.
It
list.
still wouldn't be that long. It's. I'm just saying the frustrating thing.
No,
with
I
me
think
is
it'd be
that
closer.
it would be closer. But yeah, I'm just staring at it, being like, oh god, we're gonna be watching these shows for the next 50 years.
Unless we start another channel, but we can't do that right now.
We don't have the time for that.
Or the resources.
Yeah. We definitely don't have the money. So. No.
Oh, by the way, guys, that's the other thing. I only have one more shelf left that I can store movies and shows.
Yeah, younger bro has too many shelves in his room already, and he has no room on them. Like, it's hard to walk into his room because one of the shelves juts out of, like, right next to where the door is, and you run into it.
Like, I might have to eventually combine my games and my movies, have my movies be first and my games be next.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that's how much space I have to fucking save.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, man.
No, it's definitely...
Like, I foresee that eventually, like, I'm going to get to the point where I can't buy any more games, so I have to do all emulated games for a long fucking time.
Yep. Could be.
Like, guys, I really don't want to fucking do that because I don't want to do all of our games from PC. Like,
Younger bro really doesn't like playing games on PC.
I don't hate it, but what I do hate is using mouse and keyboard. I've never been that good with it.
Yeah, that's fair. I agree. I prefer to play controller.
The only exception is, like, Shell Shockers. Like, I'm pretty good with it on that. That's one of the few games I'm really good on PC with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, like one situation I had in Shell Shockers, I was fighting a guy and he was texting to me.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently he's like, you're the only challenge I've ever had in this game.
Oh my god!
Like, me and him were pretty evenly matched. Like,
oh my god. That is great.
Like, I do like situations like that. Like, he wasn't necessarily being a bad sport, but it's also like,
no,
come on. Like, you've had to meet other other people.
Maybe not, honestly.
I don't know how that's possible. Like, thousands of people play Shell Shockers. Like, I do miss that game, and I would like to do a season 2 on the channel. That is still currently planned, guys. I do want to do Shell Shockers season 2.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just gonna be a long time before you see season 2.
Yeah. Yeah, because, like, for example, this might be a little bit shocking for our anime. I only put the anime that I had knowledge of that I knew was good on my list. There were a lot of shows that I wasn't really interested in watching for the foreseeable future on a separate list. And there's, like...
We're at 2,500 encounters right now. 2,500.
see. It's 2 by 12 to 40. So I take 12. I take 42 minus 11.
Yeah, according to the counter, we've been looking for this Gossifleur for 20 hours.
So 21. Yes, 21. By 2. So there's another 42 shows I don't even have on the list that I had on my list to watch that was in my like less interested to watch list, or shows I did watch that I was less interested in rewatching.
Oh man.
And again, that's still ignoring some shows because I have that's not including our like list of shows that are we're interested in that I've put as interested, less interested, shows we just straight aren't doing.
Like my interspecies reviews.
Yep, we're not doing that show. And then the Impossible anime, which includes Naruto, Dragon Ball, even though Dragon Ball's on the list, Fairy Tail, One Piece, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Pokemon for their interminable length. And I guess Fairy Tail probably doesn't technically count in that. It's only 328 episodes. But
here's the thing, like, all of those anime, I can foresee us watching at least a little bit. Like, we don't have to do the whole thing for the channel.
yeah, but
Like, I know with Yu-Gi-Oh, we're only interested in, like, the first 5 seasons.
well, no, I'd say it's even more specific than that. It's you're interested in only watching Yugi.
Yes.
I'm interested in watching Yugi and Jaden and maybe Yusei, which are the first 3 guys. And definitely not interested after that.
Yeah.
So,
For Pokemon, like, I wouldn't mind watching, like, the newer stuff, but the older, more classic ones are probably the better ones. So, maybe I'd say we could probably watch up to X and Y and have a very fun time watching up to
but
that.
I think
After that, I think is when we started to dive off, because Sun and
Yeah.
Moon kind of,
I think Pokemon should just be a blanket no.
because of
It's-
the amount of Pokemon shit we do for the channel.
Because of its interminable... Like, you've got to remember, I wrote this list before the new season ended. Before they announced the Scarlet Violet season.
Yes.
I think I might have written this before the Sword and Shield anime was even being done. So this might only include Sun and Moon, and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. It might not even include the new stuff. And there was already 1,127 episodes. Its length is interminable. Like, no. I think there are some shows that I think we're just going to have to say, we can't watch that.
Well, I mean, I want to say if we had a second channel and we could dedicate our time to both
if we
of
had
them.
a second channel and we're doing that, we could probably do a show called like The Long Watch, where it was just
Or
us.
maybe like stream commentaries or something.
Yeah,
like,
but like specifically, it was like a series where we watch one single anime that has an interminable length, and that's all we watch in that slot for the entire length until it's done.
I have an idea. What if for longer anime, we binge watch it on our own time together, and we do a movie review on it? Or something similar.
I'm not convinced on that concept yet. But yeah, it's like something.
Like, we would have to do a hot take on it.
Yeah, some of them I just think aren't feasible. Like, because it's like you don't even understand the concept of how long that would take. It's like it sounds reasonable to be like, oh yeah, we just watch all of Pokemon. But at 1,100 episodes, at 30 minutes apiece. That's 33,000 minutes. 60 minutes in an hour. That is 550 hours. Like,
that would probably take most of the year to watch.
That would take a month. That would take almost a month straight of watching. That's not including sleeping or eating or breaks of any kind. That is 23 straight days of Pokemon. That's insane. And One Piece is not much better. That show is 1,000 episodes.
By the way, guys, I have binge watched the whole channel before. And I want to kind of
almost actually no different at all.
Yeah, I almost want to do all the new content every year. Like, I binge watch all the new content every year. But I haven't got around to doing that yet because I just don't have the time for it.
Yeah.
It took me like 2-3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Took almost a month to binge watch our whole channel, and that was year 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've said, if we can find somebody, if there is somebody who is willing to take the time, like to be our permanent editor, and we can work out some kind of payment agreement where you probably don't get paid full rate, but get some other kinds of benefits that we can figure out. I don't know. But if you can figure out something, if somebody can, like, if we can find an editor that can do that, then it's like, yeah, I would gladly do way more recording than we're currently doing. And would gladly do 2 channels worth of content where we do games and anime in much bigger amounts and just send all the files off to an editor and say, hey, edit this stuff. Put some funny clips in whenever appropriate. And we'll be very hands-off with it. But we do not have that. And we'll probably almost never have that.
I do have to ask.
Yeah.
Speaking of channel stuff.
Yeah.
How long has it been since we've had Wi-Fi issues?
Like, with this? With trading? Like, what are you talking about?
With any stream. Like, how long has it been? Because we haven't really been paying attention to it ever since we started.
Drop frames?
Yes,
or like...
drop frames.
Oh, it's been a while. Like,
I don't ever recall looking over and looking at drop frames. We might need to start doing that often because that's why we record as well as stream at the same time.
Well,
because
the thing is, I think that even if we never had drop frames again, we should always still record every episode for the sole reason that
we're storing them.
Well, one, because we're storing them, and 2, because it's an easy way to just re-upload the video if there is a problem. But
have we had issues exporting recently?
Not that I'm aware. Well, except for the other day. But
well, I mean, like, it wouldn't export the video.
No.
Like, I know we've had that happen a few times.
Yeah. Just no.
Well, that's good. That also fixes that problem. Like, recording fixes that problem as well.
Yeah. Because that was, that export issue was a weird... The one or two times we've had that with Twitch was, like, where the video was somehow corrupted internally. Where it was still a video that was completely watchable, but it was treated like it wasn't. And so we just literally had to make a highlight that was the whole video to turn it into a new video, and then we could export the highlight as a stream, and then we just delete the highlight.
Another issue that this fixes is, remember what happened with Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee and Shiny Zapdos?
Yeah, so it's like that's... Yeah. I think that we will always be recording and streaming at the same time for the rest of time.
Yeah.
Just period.
Yeah, guys, for those who haven't been on our channel before, so we streamed all of Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and we successfully got every shiny in the game, including Zapdos. We recorded getting Zapdos on camera, and we had some kind of issue where we could not export the video because it just wasn't there. Like, it's like we didn't record it at all.
Yeah, well, it's more specifically because people who know Twitch are going to probably try to guess what happened. But the situation that happened was that we streamed it live. People were there watching it and commenting to us.
Oh, yeah,
we then ended the stream, and the video was not on Twitch after we ended the stream. Partially because that day we'd had a broken version of the video. We stopped streaming, deleted that video, then started streaming, and Twitch
so
reconnected the current
original stream
with the deleted stream. So after streaming it, it instantly deleted it. So it was basically just taking the video and throwing it in a trash can.
Yeah, we basically started streaming too quickly.
Yeah, we would have had to wait another couple minutes, but we weren't aware of that at the time.
Exactly, that's how we learned about it.
So, things happen.
Like, I've pondered re-shiny hunting Zapdos for camera, but it's like, I already have it, I'm not going to hunt it
No,
again.
it's not worth it.
Like,
mistakes happen. We learn from them.
I wouldn't mind doing that for Galarian Zapdos, but
yeah,
I was traded that, so I did record me getting it.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, we schedule trades off camera. That way, I can record the trade upstairs in my room because I have decent Wi-Fi connection up in my room. So
yeah,
I have no issue trading up there. I've never had.
Yep.
So I want to record the trade because it's technically me getting the shiny on camera, and that's what I want to record.
Yeah.
By the way, what are we looking at in terms of time?
Oh, it's just barely over 2 hours.
Wow.
It's been a long video.
Been a long day without you, my friend. Yeah, guys, after this, I have to shower and then sleeve what I can of my Pokemon cards. While also playing Batman at the same time. Because I just got Batman Enemy Within, and I'm really enjoying it. By the way, guys, I want to make absolutely clear. Batman the Enemy Within is the sequel to the Batman Tall Tale series. It is not part of it. It is the sequel. Because a lot of people don't know that the Batman Enemy Within, like, they think it's the DLC to Batman Telltale series, and it's not. I wish it was. It makes sense that it was, but it's not. Separate game entirely. Yeah, speaking of Telltale, are they back yet?
Well, the company that I haven't heard anything more about it, but it was always a situation where somebody bought the name Telltale and was trying to, like, revive the company by effectively just buying up their IPs and, like, and their name and just being a new Telltale. But it was not the same employees at all. It was a completely new company.
Okay.
So I have no idea further than that.
Yeah, I don't know if they finally done that yet, or... Because the last new Telltale game that I knew of was Minecraft and Guardians of the Galaxy. Which Guardians of the Galaxy wasn't... It's not bad.
Yeah.
And neither was Minecraft. Minecraft's pretty good. But the problem with Minecraft I had on the Switch was it didn't save any of the shit I did for the next episode. Like, I kind of hated that. Yeah, you know what sucks right now? I've had this twitch in my leg for the past hour. It's getting really fucking annoying. I know you make it worse by thinking about it. I've been trying not to, and then it just keeps happening. I'm sure he'll be gone by tomorrow. But I've actually had a twitch that went on for like several days. And what sucked about it was I started feeling pain in my side. Like, it hurt really fucking bad. I had to go to the hospital because it was hurting that badly. Like, I thought I had an inflamed, like, sore of some kind. I didn't exactly know what it was. But, yeah, it sucked. But yeah, I don't remember what that doctor said, but I know it wasn't life-threatening. And after that, that's when I got my regular doctor.
So yes, it was founded 4 years ago. As of if they have any games. It does not appear so.
So not yet? Question mark. Or not ever.
Not yet.
I think.
Well, sort of. So, okay, here we go. So, if you've seen Batman Shadows Edition, that's by Telltale Games.
The new one?
Yes.
I have it.
Yeah.
And the Batman Enemy Within, they have a Shadows Edition on that as well. But guys, I'll be completely honest with you. I don't like the Shadows Edition. I like the colored edition. Like I don't like. I think it's reminiscent of either the comic book or the animated series. One of the two. That's why they have the Shadows Edition. But personally, I just don't think it looks as good as the colored edition. I'm sorry. There might be a lot of people that play Batman Telltale and say I'm wrong.
Yeah, that doesn't really count as a game. So,
but they have worked on something.
Yes, they are currently working on The Wolf Among Us 2.
Oh, okay. I have just recently heard about it.
And The Expanse. Whatever that is.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know. But they did confirm that they are planning to continue doing episodic games and not one single release games. But their policy is that all episodes must be completed before the first episode releases. So it's not they develop an episode, then develop the next episode after it releases. They are one single game released in parts. And all parts will be finished, and then they'll release part 1, and then later release part 2, and then later release part 3. But they will all be done when the first one is released.
I think that's one of the things I hate about Telltale. It's like, they're all not one game. Like, I understand it takes a while to film them and yada yada yada, but Detroit Become Human is technically like, or one of the closest resembling Telltale games, and it's all one fucking game. Like, guys, Detroit Become Human is so much better than Telltale. Like Batman Telltale is probably one of the bigger Telltale games, and maybe Jurassic Park, but I think Detroit Become Human is better than both of them, and I love Jurassic Park, guys. I really do. Like, I would probably put Jurassic Park over Batman, but
yeah,
Detroit Become Human is that fucking good. And yeah. But the thing about Detroit Become Human is it plays like Tall Tale. Not necessarily it is Tall Tale. It is not episodic. Like, it's episodic in the sense that you play as different characters and their perspectives. But it's still all one continuous story.
Yeah.
You are literally playing through a movie. That's what Detroit Become Human is.
Yeah, yeah.
Tall Tale is you're playing through a TV series. That's why they call it episode 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest major difference between games like Detroit Become Human and Tall Tale.
Yeah, and it sounds like the current Telltale is planning to do a similar thing to old Telltale of, like, they're going to be episodes.
Yeah, and I hate that.
Like, movie episodes.
I hate that.
But, yeah, they, at the very least, they are moving in a positive direction of all episodes will be completed before episode 1 releases.
Because, guys, like, say a new Tall Tale game comes out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be that person that waits until all episodes are done and they release a collection.
Yeah. What I hope is that's how they handle it. What I hope is that if they're going to develop them all and then release the first episode, what I hope they mean by that is we're going to release a collection at the start that has all the episodes.
Maybe pre-installed.
Yeah.
Well, you get the collection at start, and it will give you the rest of them for free once they come out. Like, that has happened.
Yeah.
And that I would accept.
That, or it's they release them as one game, but episodes are basically chapters within that game.
But, like, what they did...
But I don't know.
But what Tall Tale did was they made...
Each one a separate game.
Each one's a separate
cost.
game, and then they made a collection. Yep. That's what Batman did, and that's what Walking Dead did.
I am not sure how they're gonna charge for those episodes.
Yeah.
Unclear at this time.
If new Tall Tale will release a collection game at the very start, and you get the rest of the episodes for free just for buying that collection game, then I would be more okay with it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, because you're upfront buying the full game. It's just that they're only giving you so much content at once, and then you get so much content later. It's like, which is basically like, it's basically just the opposite version of a, it's basically just like a weird season pass or weird DLC, where it's like, you buy the full game with all the expansions.
It's just you'll get them later.
Yeah, but you get them in chapters.
Yeah, and that's almost what Kakarot does. Almost, but no, that's actually full DLC.
Yeah, it's full DLC. It's just they're just charging you for the DLC up front and then giving you the DLC later.
Like
which could be, and I want to make this clear, that could be a big problem if they don't deliver that content later.
I know.
So it's like if Telltale could do it where they're like, oh yeah, it's going to be a 5-chapter game, and they only release 2 of them, but you pay full price for it, expecting there to be 5 chapters. And I don't know how legal that is, and I don't know how people would take that. But, again, I'm presuming the best of intentions. I'm presuming they're sticking with we develop all chapters before releasing the game.
Yeah. Yeah,
win this concept.
Yeah, speaking of, like, new Tall Tale games, I would want them personally to do a Jurassic World Tall Tale game, but we kind of technically have that.
Yeah.
That was Jurassic World Aftermath. Like, it was pretty much identically designed to be like a Tall Tale game.
Mm-hmm.
Except it was technically 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Because they had all of episode 1 done. Well, they had all of the start of the game done, like, to the halfway point, and then they released the second half.
Yeah.
So the full game wasn't done yet, technically, but I want to say they treated them like episodes.
Yeah.
Because when you go into the menu of Jurassic World Aftermath, you can choose to play the very start of the game or start at episode 2. They don't call it episode 2. They call it like 6 point something, 5.7. It's weird, but it's like a Telltale game.
Yeah,
I do like that. And
I'm wondering if that's how Deltarune's gonna be at when it launches. If it's gonna be episodic, because they've technically chapter 1 and 2 have been episodic.
Yes.
So it's like, but I'm wondering if they're gonna keep that, or if when the full release comes out, you start at 1 again, and you can't choose chapter 2 at any point. You have to play through it straight.
But yeah, like Jurassic World Aftermath, I love it. Would play it again.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
honestly, it's what I would hope Telltale would be, because it was, I think it was a free update. But yeah, like, here's an example of bad Telltale. So, like I said, guys, I just bought Batman Enemy Within. Enemy Within is the name of episode 1. You not only do you have to pay $20 for episode 1, even though it's only $5 digitally, you also have to pay an additional, let's see, 5, 10, 15. You have to pay an additional $20 for the rest of the game. Yes. Because each episode is $5.99. Sorry, $4.99. So that is a $40 game.
Yeah.
And I bought it pre-owned. So I'm guessing non-pre-owned would maybe have been more expensive.
Yeah. It's really weird seeing Toby Fox as, like, doing things other than Undertale and Deltarune.
Yeah.
Like, because he's not, like, for example, a lot of people know Toby Fox because he actually did stuff for Homestuck. Like, he was the composer for Homestuck, which may or may not mean something to you.
No, but I don't know what
that's
that
fine.
is.
But, like, he's, like, been a guest composer on a lot of different games. Like, for example, he was a guest composer in Smash Bros. He was the main composer for Game Freak's non-Pokemon game, which I still don't remember anything about. He was a guest composer on Sword and Shield. He was a guest composer on Omori.
What's a composer?
Person who makes music.
Oh.
He was one of the composers of Scarlet and Violet.
Oh, cool.
Not a guest composer. He was actually on the team of composers.
Wow.
He was a guest composer in Beatmania.
Okay.
Like, and in quite a lot of other things.
No wonder Deltarune's not out yet.
Yeah. He's too busy. He's too busy writing the music for Scarlet and Violet. But, like,
But
I don't know if... Yeah. I don't know if I want to say, I'm trying to say, think of what to say. I don't know. Yeah, I guess technically, Toby Fox just is the developer and publisher of Undertale and Deltarune himself. Like, it's not even... He doesn't even have, like, anything else. Because, like, yeah, there is part of me that does wish that, that Toby Fox would, get picked up by Nintendo.
just frankly. Because it's like, if any, is it weird to say if any company would know how to make the Mother franchise, it would be the people who made the Mother franchise? It's like,
who did the fan Mother?
Can we call, we'll call Undertale and Deltarune the Sun franchise?
I mean, maybe that's why Undertale's on
Nintendo. Well, no, Sans always calls you Kid, so he's the Kid franchise.
Yeah, maybe that's why Undertale and Deltarune are on the Switch.
Well, no, it's because because Undertale was a hugely successful game on PC, and so they put it on Switch because it was hugely successful. But the thing is, he clearly has to have some connections if he's working on the music for Scarlet and Violet and Sword and Shield and Smash Bros. Because, like, I'm guessing what happened. If I had to take a guess. Nintendo, because Toby Fox did his publishing, or, like, published his game, I'm guessing they knew who he was. They knew that Sans was big. When Smash Bros. Ultimate came out, they were like, oh, well, we wanted to put Sans in it in some form. So, let's contact Toby Fox. And so now Toby Fox is a contact with Nintendo. He did the composing for the music for his own, like, self-insert character in Smash Bros. He then got a contact with Game Freak by developing all the music for their fucking standalone game. So it's like, it makes perfect sense that it's like, he's developing a new game. He needs a team. This very large company that made the games that inspired you to make games is working with you.
I wonder if they can get him to do the English releases of Mother.
No, that'll never happen. Never.
Well, at least Mother 3?
No, it'll never happen. I don't think not only, you gotta remember, first off, the developers of the games were the Kirby company. Okay. And also the guy who did them is, like, never, ever, ever, like, going to make another one ever again. And also, the third game specifically was very controversial and has only become more controversial.
So they'd have to remake the third game.
It's basically impossible. The plot of the story hinges upon characters that probably could not get released in the US. Just frankly. I can't believe it got released in the 2000s at all. Basically, it's a miracle that game had a release at all.
So Fusions is out and we haven't put a thumbnail on it.
Well, it's gonna have to wait.
Yeah, we seem to get, we're starting to get very bad at thumbnails.
Well, to be fair, one of the games we were bad at thumbnails because the game literally, the video wasn't there.
I'd say set an alarm for our streams, but
Really want to
no.
suggest that?
Like it,
Dude.
Is there a thing of like? Is there like a silent alarm app?
I mean, it's called Vibrate. And no.
Yeah, just leave it in your pocket and set it on vibrate. I'm guessing we're at 2.5 hours now.
Just barely. It's 2:31.
Yep, so this is ending at 11. Great.
Yep. Well, again, you've said that 10:30 is kind of a hard cutoff, so if you want to make it a hard cutoff and just say, we're going to end it early, that's up to you.
Tomorrow's Sunday, so it doesn't matter to me. Like, I'm just a little frustrated that I've had 2 days pretty much off, and I've not been able to sleeve my Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I sleeved my Pokemon cards a little bit Friday, but I only did it for 2 sets.
Yeah.
2. And I'm about to do another 2 tonight. What sucked worse was I mixed up my sets. What?
Something, you're fine. How are you mixing up your sets?
Oh, I just put the sets in the wrong order. I was like, fuck!
Yeah.
Luckily,
Oh, yeah. That's another thing about the other site. It's not very good about chronological releases.
I mean, Pokelector's better, but they have black and white McDonald's sets and black and white still separate.
Yeah, they just do all the McDonald's sets as their own.
No, they
thing.
started putting it in with the set it came out for starting X and Y.
Yeah. What I really don't like is that a lot of the sites split up the generations. Like, I know that, like, technically Heart Gold and Soul Silver is a different set from Diamond and Pearl and from Platinum.
Well,
But, like, they're all Gen 4 cards.
well, again, they stopped doing that too
Yes.
with Arceus sets and Brilliant Diamond sets, technically.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think they did a Brilliant Diamond set.
Wasn't Brilliant Stars the Brilliant Diamond set?
No,
What the hell's that?
that was Arceus.
Oh, alright.
That's the set that came out for Legends Arceus.
But it's brilliant.
I'd say not even Astral Radiance was.
Yeah.
Like, both Brilliant Stars and Astral Radiance were for Arceus.
I still...
skipped Brilliant Diamond.
I
Shining
still
Pearl.
don't understand. Well, I can understand why. But I still don't understand why Brilliant Stars is not a set name for the Sun and Moon series. It's literally Stars. Like, why was that not a set name in that generation?
Yeah, speaking of Pokemon cards, you know what I hate?
Yeah.
So, when Scarlet and Violet was released for Japan,
Yeah.
if you pre-ordered it,
Mm-hmm.
you got a special promo Pokemon card
Yep.
that we didn't get.
Yep.
It's only in Japanese.
Yep. To be fair, they haven't even released the set yet in English, so. We don't even know what cards are in the set in English yet. So,
That's true,
no
but
clue.
normally when they do a card like that, it does not get released for English. Like, I have a promo Mystery Dungeon card from Japan that was never released in English. So there are cards that are not released in English that you gotta pay attention to.
Oh, that was actually something that the other site apparently did. They actually tracked jumbo cards.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, guys, I also collect jumbo cards. There are binders for jumbo cards.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be a little hard to organize.
Yeah. The I did remember, by the way, that I had some of the like half cards in a binder in there. I was like, oh, I should probably get those out and sleeve them. Yeah. So, like the ones that are like during Diamond and Pearl, where it's like they took like a double-sized card, cut it in half.
Oh, the
Legends cards, I think they're called.
Oh, they were just.
It was a card that they printed
They
sideways.
were old Union cards.
Yeah, it's before Union, but it's the Union cards.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I would not be able to put that in a binder nicely. Like, I would have to be able to sleeve it sideways.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I could make it work, but the problem is, like, the cards before and after it, like, they might not look right.
Yeah,
so I can maybe get one Legends card to look fine, and then the others might not be.
It's interesting, but yeah. So I remembered those. I was like, oh, I should probably go get those and pull them out and sleeve them and put them in the deck with their other cards.
How many Legends cards do you have?
I think it was like 4,
You have 4?
something like that.
Wow.
None complete, unfortunately. Though I do think I have I have one of the big cards that was a Legends card. That's like the full jumbo card.
Oh yeah,
the legend.
I
think I have that.
I have that one too. It was the Darkrai and Cresselia one.
But I have half of. I think I have half of a Darkrai Cresselia card. I have half of a Entei card, half of a Raikou card. There was like two.
There are 2 different Legends.
Yeah.
There is Suicune and Raikou and Entei and Raikou.
Yeah, I think I have half of both those. Half the Cresselia one, and I think there's another one I can't remember.
Hey, Mr. B.
Hello, Mr. B.
Yeah, guys, I've only ever pulled 1 Legends card, and that was Groudon. There was a Groudon and Kyogre Legends card. I wanted the Kyogre really bad. That's why I was opening the sets that it was in. I got the Groudon one instead. And guys, when I pulled the Groudon card, I didn't even know about Legends cards until I looked it up. And it's a pretty worn, like, Legends card. It's beat up a little bit, and I don't like that, but...
Yeah.
It's very hard to replace a Legends card, guys, because it is a rare card. It is considered a very rare card.
Yeah. By the way, I looked up on one of the sites, because I just went through some of the platinum sets.
Yeah.
The like level X Dialga and level X Palkia cards. Some of those are going for like $50 or some shit, and it's like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
I've seen them go up to like $200.
Yeah.
Like, that's why it's so hard to replace them. Now, guys, get this. Speaking of Legends cards, I had a friend that I went to high school with sell me all of his rare cards in quotes. He didn't know about fake cards. So, about 50, maybe 60% of all of his rare cards were fake. Like, he had all of the Legends cards complete and were fucking fake. And I like how he tried to argue it. I'm like, no, I know a fake card when I see one. And, you know, I'm pretty sure I had to, the next time I saw him, like, that's when I was going to pay him. The next time I saw him, I brought a fake card with me and showed him, like, this is a fucking fake card. Now let's compare it to yours.
Yeah.
I really love the other fake card story where another friend of mine didn't know about fake cards and he won them at a local fair, in quotes. And this fair is notorious for selling fake Pokemon cards. Well, they successfully advertised you could get this hyper rare cards, and it was the EX Darkrai and Keldeo, but they were fake. And he won both of them in 2 packs. Like, I mean, that's... To win both of them, that's pretty cool that he had luck to win those cards. But at the same time, it's like you won fake Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
So, it's not really a win-win situation, it's a win-loss situation.
Yeah.
Like, you were lucky enough to pull both of those cards. That you can gloat about, but you won fake cards.
Yep.
I think he had to spend money on it. I think he spent like $4 on it. Maybe more. I actually don't know, guys. But I just recently went to that same convention / fair, and they sold them for about $4 or $5 each in packs. So I'm guessing that's how much they sold them for when he went. Oh boy. Yeah, speaking of conventions, we would really like to go to one, and we were planning on going to one this year, but that might not happen. I want to go to a convention so bad. Like I say, I don't want to leave home very often, but I think going to like a Pokemon convention or a Dragon Ball convention would be really fucking fun.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to go to like a convention out of state, guys. Like, I don't want to go to one like within our state. But if we have to go far away, like, we might have to at least go one state away. Did Mr. B have you solve math problems?
No, I'm just working on some. More specifically, I looked at the first problem on his assessment and was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I haven't done like complicated math in a long time, so I don't think I'd be able to do it. Let me just look up
I'm
the
just trying to
YouTube
see
video.
if I multiply this thing out, if it's even simplifiable.
Nope, I heard one. Where's it at? Did it just despawn? I think it just... No, there it is. Guys, we are approaching 2,600 encounters.
Damn it.
Did you screw it up?
No, I'm sad. I'm sad because I think that this problem actually isn't simplifiable, and I'm sad because it has a cosine squared minus sine squared term, and I'm like, no!
So it has no solution question?
No, it just isn't. I can't cross them out and just say 1. It's like, And therefore I'm sad.
I tried to solve Mr. B's math problem. I frown.
No.
I try shiny hunting for Gossifleur. I fucking frown.
Well, that's normal.
Until I smile when I find it.
Until you smile. You never smile.
Yeah, that's untrue. I smile at everybody.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna say that's unsimplifiable because it's unsimplifiable. One of them he writes on here, simplify. have to look up the stupid blog conversion formula.
But yeah, I like how we set the hard cutoff, but thing about it is it's Saturday, like,
yeah,
and also we stream earlier, so the cutoff is actually not bad, like, or it's just like, I don't want to say it's more worthless, but it's just like, besides recording, like, there's nothing really I have to get up that early for tomorrow, so I can sleep if I need to. And I usually do on the weekends, guys. Like, I probably slept 11 hours last night, maybe. But what sucked about it is I kept waking up around, like, from like 9:30 to like 10. I kept freaking falling asleep, waking up. Then I finally woke up again around 10:30. I'm like, fine, I'm fucking up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, if this was Sunday, then I'd be like, okay, yeah, I gotta go to bed at 10:30. Yeah. Like, guys, the 10:30 cutoff time is probably more specifically for Monday through Friday.
I refuse to do a math problem in log base 2. So I'm converting it to natural log to do a better dang math problem.
But anyway, the only reason I would cut off at 10:30 on shiny hunts is if I'm too tired, or if we have something important that we have to do, and we have to do it really early tomorrow. Like, those are the only, like, 2 times I would probably stop at 10:30 for shiny hunting.
I want to make sure I the
$2,600 encounters.
Oh wait, you have 9 minutes.
Like, that is insane. Yeah, I think we're well over Shining Charm. Like you said, it's like 1 in 240.08. Sorry, 2,408. Yeah, we're well over that. But again, guys, we could have screwed up when we found Shiny Stunky, but I don't know how the game works. I'm usually not this unlucky. Like, but again, I'm used to Sun and Moon. Like, I'm used to the SOS method. And And Brilliant Gossifleur is not helping. Like, they have increased rates. Well, doesn't seem to be doing anything. I say as we did random encounter a Brilliant Shiny
the
Stunky.
Derivative of Seekin to Seekin Tangent?
I wonder how much watts I have at this point. I don't even remember how to check watts. I think you check it by going to get watts or spending watts. I think you would check it by spending or getting watts from the wild area. Are you kidding me? 2,600 over encounter. I thought Snom was bad until I started shiny hunting for Gossifleur. Yeah, I can't even remember what the longest shiny hunt in history was. I think it's like over 20,000 encounters. Like, that's insane. And I think they at least had the shiny term. But I don't remember. But yeah, luckily this isn't older games because it'd be one in like 4,000 something. Sorry, 8,000 something. Like, it was really bad in older games, which is why I'm not shiny hunting in older games. Because fuck that. I love my shiny dinosaur Pokemon. But yeah, I'm literally one of those. If I was a gym leader, I would be one of those gym leaders that has a weird, like, team. I would have mostly Psychic and Fairy with that one or two Pokemon that wasn't. That's why I feel like Aurorus is on my team. It's the Pokemon that's like, why is it on your team? At least I have an excuse. It's because I like dinosaurs. Like,
Yeah. All three of these have the worst derivatives.
yeah, this stream, Gossifleur beat Snom in hours. We're at 21 hours for Gossifleur, and Snom was only 20. So right now we're almost, actually 2 hours over Snom. Like, that's insane. Like, we are encountering more Gossifleur, guys, like, more than Snom. Like, that shows what the number of encounters we got in terms of the time. But, oh my god, like, I can foresee this taking, like, still the rest of this month. Like, I have no idea when I'm going to get the shiny at all. Like, it is that hard to get. By the way, guys, I don't know if I researched Gossifleur at all. I don't think I did. I didn't have time to. But normally, when Pokemon don't have 2 evolutions, they only have 1, they are not generally harder hunts. Like Spinarak in Sun and Moon, for example, it only had 1 evolution. And you could hunt both. You can hunt both Spinarak and Ariados. But it was easier to get Spinarak because it had more likely of a chance to call for help and successfully call for help. Ariados did not. And I shiny hunted Ariados and I got it in 5 encounters. Like, I SOS hunted Ariados instead of SOS hunting to Spinarak. I mean, that's how I'd probably do it now. Like, if I shiny hunt Sun and Moon, which I might still do. But... again, it is very hard to compare shiny hunting in Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield. Like, they're just vastly different systems, and one's better. Like, one is just 100% better.
Yeah.
I think I tried, like, so one of the hardest shiny hunts in Sun and Moon is Marini. I tried shiny hunting that and got a different shiny instead. Like, Marini could call other Pokemon that weren't Marini, and I got whatever it could call besides itself. Like, I never got shiny Marini or Toxapex. Like, I didn't give up on it. I just moved on to a different hunt after getting the other Pokemon that could summon shiny.
Okay, you basically have 1 minute.
Okay. Let me know when I'm at time.
We're at time now.
Alright. After I run from this Pokemon, the next 5 encounters will be done. Oh boy. Okay, that was 1. Zigzagoon. 2. Three.
Shoot.
4.
I don't know the answer to that. Dang it. I'm gonna have manually.
Alright, last counter. Not shiny. Oh boy. Yeah, I foresee Gossifleur getting to 3,000 counters, guys. I think it's going to happen. Okay, guys. The timer has now stopped. We did not find the shiny. That is going to be it for today's episode. So like and subscribe to YouTube and Twitch. Comment to your videos. Do read them. Follow on Twitch. We are at 2,623 encounters. And we'll see you guys in the next shiny hunt. Goodbye.
Good night, everyone.